Welcome to the latest edition of the Grumpy Old Pilot Show. In this episode, I do an impression of a washing machine. Matt tries to do the same, but without an engine, and we discuss our expensive collection of cocktail shakers. All this and more in the latest episode of the Grumpy Old Pilot Show. Hey, welcome to the latest edition of the Grumpy Old Pilot Show. Matt and I are here at Haverfordwest. For once we've got slightly decent weather, as you can see behind us. And we're going to be doing some aeros. Today is really prepping for the Aerobatics series of videos that we told you about in the Neil Williams video. And Matt's been experimenting with different positions on the camera, so if you can let us know what you think at the comments below, that'd be great. Just here, as you can see, we've got the Hero fitted, and hopefully we'll manage to do something not too unheroic to capture it on a video. But you'll be seeing more of Matt and I airborne fairly shortly, and some debriefs in the rest of this Grumpy Old Pilot Show video. See you soon. Aerobatics debrief. So we'll start off with mine. So Matt, do you want us to take us through each of the manoeuvres that you saw? It's worth commenting that, as usual, Matt ended up with the good clear blue sky over the airfield and I didn't, as you'll see each manoeuvre. But I tried to fit in a few bits and pieces where we had some clear space.
So essentially, I'm going to use one of these.
Old Pilot Show Pub Visual Aid.
Pub Visual Aid with the plane. And on the rolls that you're doing, you're coming up and you're pitching, and as you're rolling, the nose is dropping, and it looks like you're not pitching up enough, or while you're in the inverted, pushing.
So it's more push.
So it's more. You've got more of a slow barrel, or a quick barrel roll going on, than a quick sort of.
Yeah. So more
flick.
push in the inverted.
So more push in the inverted. So pitch up as you rolls, more push in the inverted, and then roll straight and off you go.
Okay.
So that will be my bit of feedback. And also on the loops, nice and tight going in. As you go over the top, you're then getting a little eggy as it comes around. And I didn't see if you were straight or not.
Yeah.
But just a bit more of a push at the top.
Today she was quite straight.
She was straight, but a little bit eggy on the top.
Yeah.
So
Bringing off the G too early, I think.
A bit more of a float over the top as well. So
that's good. Thank you. So now we'll look at yours, and as you've just seen from my videos, you see what that actually looks like live. Also, my stall turn.
So stall turn was very good. As you were going up in the stall turn, it looked good. You didn't bridge, so as you turned and you came back down, but when you did come back down, you came at an angle.
Yeah, and
so,
I think that's trailing rudder to push aside.
So you went up straight, you didn't bridge, you turned, but as you came down, you went across.
And we'll have a look at that on the video in a moment. Right, so on yours, we had a pretty good sequence going in, and the initial inverted check, fine, which we've just seen. Something that you always need to do for your safety. Also, bear in mind your speeds, and so as Matt's just come in, he's got a consistent speed going in, well set up, so it goes in. The first loop, pretty nice, kept fairly straight, but whilst it was straight, it was corkscrewing out to the right, which we're presuming is probably trailing rudder. You'll be able to see from the video in a moment exactly what that looks like. Then coming in, the next manoeuvre that was worth commenting on was the reverse Cuban, which is, if you recall from what we've talked about before, is coming in, slightly higher speed, pitching up, rolling inverted, visual aid, pitching up, rolling inverted, and then pushing to maintain the angle, going up, continuing to go up, and then pulling down into the second part of a loop, so that you come round. So that's a reverse half Cuban. What happened today was, I don't think there was enough pitch. The roll was good, the push was very good because it pushed it actually more vertical than you would do normally, which meant that you bled speed, so you ended up with this rather odd eggy manoeuvre that was almost like a inline stall turn, and then came out with normal departure. So from there I think we just need to pitch up a bit more and look at that. So then we come on to the spin, and the entry, as by your own admission, was interesting. Yes.
Not as interesting as the exit.
No, which you will now see in a moment. We're going to do a bit of slow-mo on what happens when the engine stops when you're spinning. For reasons yet to be diagnosed, the engine actually stopped in the vertical on the second turn, and Matt followed exactly the procedures as trained. So check the fuel, check the mixture, check the power, check the spark. Once everything's set up, then just try and restart the engine, which this time did on the second blade coming down. So really important point that Matt remembered was to keep a bit of airflow going, so that helps the starter when you're actually restarting in the air. So we'll be investigating that, but unfortunately the camera is pointing backwards, so you're not going to see the prop stop. And then understandably Matt brought it straight back in for investigation. It's worth mentioning sighting devices. Now Matt's got a point that he wants to remind everybody.
Yeah, so we were debriefing the reverse half Cuban.
Yeah.
And not pitching to the 45 and then rolling, maintaining it. So one of the things we haven't yet got on the pits, because we're still new to it, is the sighting device that sticks off the wing that will show us those 45, those 90s, and where we are in the different aerobatic manoeuvres. And we're trying to do it from other visual aids at the moment, which is essentially where the nose is on the horizon. But obviously inverted flight, it's the distance from the top of the wing to the horizon, which is a little bit difficult when you're trying to pitch up to the 45, hence the reason I think that I may have been pushing too hard and not going near enough to the vertical. But I think we could do another show on a sighted device, and hopefully that will be an aid that supports us in our aerobatic.
And for those of you who don't know what sighting devices are, if you've seen aerobatic aircraft with those rather odd sticky things hanging coat hangers hanging off the wingtip, or on a biplane hanging off the strut, they're normally like a star or a square or diamond, and it's so that you can get your angles set up. But we'll be looking at that when we fit the one that's on order and coming for Alpha. Anyway, moving on. So other than that, I think that's it for the Grumpy Old Pilot Show. Beer debrief, essential, and Matt's buying because the engine stopped on him and he got away with it. Well done.
Seems that if you have a near-death experience, you've got to buy the beer. I don't quite get that one, but
hey, that's the rules. According to Matt, it's a bit like golf.
Yeah.
But we'll discuss that another time. Anyway, hope you enjoy the Grumpy Old Pilot Show, learned something, and if you like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, and also comment about the new camera angles we've been trying. We'd like to know more about that for more of the aerobatics debriefs. Thanks a lot. See you soon.